हो चलिए गड्डी पीछे खंभा है भाई ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖੋ ਗੱਡੀ ਦਾ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ
ਸਾਰੇ ਖੱਬੇ ਚ ਨਾ ਜਾ ਭੈਣ ਹੋਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਚਾਚੇ ਤਾਂ ਤਰਸ ਆਇਆ
ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਵੈਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਬੈਠਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਰੋਕ ਲਾ ਬਾਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਖੋਲ੍ਹਿਆ ਬੰਦਾ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਯਾਰ
Guys, we were literally just in a bus in the shadiest part of town. We just got our whole bus just kind of shut down, and we're caught in this wild storm right now.
So basically me and my entire family got stranded on a broken bus in the middle of nowhere in the slums of Amritsar, which is like a high robbery and crime city. So needless to say, we were pretty shook. So let me backtrack this whole story for you. Basically what ended up happening was that my family was traveling all across Punjab. We ended up booking a luxury bus. Yeah, the bus was definitely not a luxury bus. Basically we were just coming back from the Golden Temple. It was the middle of the night, and to make matters worse, we were actually caught in like a really big thunderstorm. There was a lot of flooding everywhere. They had closed down some streets completely because there was so much flooding there, and the police was actually forcing everybody to go through like these kind of shady detours, like through slums and stuff. Basically the lights of the bus started flickering on and off. Absolutely none of us were expecting the bus to completely shut down without warning in the middle of nowhere. It was like a Hollywood movie. There was thunder, there was lightning, there was rain everywhere. But as is common in Indian humor, everybody was real chill about it. I think like the main people panicking were my sister, brother, and myself. For a few seconds, I basically almost thought that maybe the bus driver was in on it and he was setting our families up for like robbery or something, because we were really good candidates. We had just gotten off the airport with all of our stuff from the US. My cousins were there, 2 of my grand aunts were there, and my aunt and uncle were there as well. So all in all, this bus driver basically just had 11 of the best targets he could possibly find maybe all year to mug. It had appeared that we had hit some kind of a pole. The guys actually had to get out of the bus into this shady street in literally the middle of the night in Amritsar and try to push the bus out of where it was stuck. I did get some footage of it.
अमेरिका से आया सरदार इंडिया में
तो नौकरी बना लिया भरावा ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਲੱਗੇ ਤਾਂ
ਸਾਰੇ ਖੱਬੇ ਚ ਨਾ ਜਾ ਭੈਣ
ਹਾਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਹ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਫੜ ਲਈਦਾ
ਦਿਨ ਲੇਜ਼ੀ ਨੈਸ ਦਿਖਾਈ ਪਾਪਾ ਨੇ ਬੇਟਾ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ ਹੋਣਾ
ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਚਲੀਏ ਗੱਡੀ तो पीछे खंभा भाई भाई ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖੋ ਗੱਡੀ ਦਾ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ
चल गई
पैसे ਅੱਧੇ ਕੱਟਣੇ ਨੇ
Careful, Dad. I'll go on there.
शुक्रिया भरावा मेहरबानी तेरी ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਆ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਫੇਲ ਖੜ ਜਾਏ ਬਸ ਹੈਲੋ ਨੂੰ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਆਇਓ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਵਾਰੀ ਹੱਥ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਜੱਫੀਆਂ ਪਾ ਦਿਆ
ਬਾਹਰ ਤਾਂ ਸਟਾਰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਗੱਡੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਾ ਫੇਰ ਨਾ ਰੋਕ
ਅਸੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਸਫ਼ਰ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕਰੀਦਾ ਸੀ ਮਿੰਟ ਰਸਤਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਡਾਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਫੇਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ
storm man
ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਦੂਰ ਘੁੰਮ ਕੇ ਆਏ
What made matters a little bit worse, and I'll admit this actually did freak me out for some time, was that there was a guy that was headed in our direction. Now it was like totally unclear if this dude was like in cahoots with the bus driver. He ended up being one of God's messengers, I suppose, because he did actually help a lot in getting the bus unstuck from the pole that it had hit. Literally, you could just consider that an actual blessing from God, considering we literally were in Amritsar, the holiest city for Sikh people. Looking back at it, I'm actually very glad that nothing bad ended up happening to us, because it was very, very likely given the circumstances. All jokes aside, I should actually really acknowledge the fact that this does happen to people. Sometimes the drivers are actually in a gang of some kind or connected to crime mobs, and they actually target tourists. They could do anything. They could sexually assault the women. They could even sell the women in human trafficking. So a lot of things could have gone very wrong, and this is a case where I'm actually very glad that we were in the holy city. It's definitely very cool as a memory, but but not as cool when you're living it. So our visit ended up being oddly adventurous, even though none of us were expecting that whatsoever. But I will be making tons of more vlogs about all the crazy adventurous stuff that happened in India, and trust me, there is a lot more stuff. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and remember never to trust a luxury bus driver tour guide from India.